The deal is done. Arsenal have signed Bruno Guimaraes for 75 million. I mean, it's an extraordinary fee. It really is. In this market, when we've seen ludicrous prices paid for Sandro Tonali, Elliot Anderson, Mateus Fernandes, Morgan Rogers, very much in the midfield market, very much players with the skills and attributes of Bruno Guimaraes, to have secured this signing for around £75 million. I have to say, we got a little bit impatient. I definitely was getting a bit frustrated at times with the window. But to get that deal done, this is why you are sometimes playing with fire a bit, because there's always the chance that a Chelsea or a Man United come in, just offer the 85 that Newcastle want. They sanction that deal, and suddenly you've missed out on the best midfielder on the market. To get at that price, significantly cheaper than everybody else, but by far and away the best player we could have possibly got for that position, Andrea Berta. Unbelievable bit of business. 75 million. David Ornstein. Here we are. Newcastle United to sanction sale of Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal for £75 million. Only Arteta's second ever £75 million sign, or player above £70 million. Arsenal started lower. You lot are cheeky. Arsenal started lower. Newcastle wanted higher, but compromised in process of being sealed to grant 28-year-old Brazilian internationals midfield desired moved. Leon entitled to 20% of profit. Now, we've gone, I always save this particular live stream for the done deal part. But I think this is as good as, right? Newcastle to sanction. They're going to do it. I wait for any minute now the no direct talks tweet. We're waiting for it. What's the line? What's that meme in in Simpsons? The say the line, say the word. What is it? Like, I'm just waiting to hear the Arsenal have not made a second bid. Arsenal, we've not heard direct contact yet. I'm just waiting for the moment. So we will have a good old laugh when it happens. We'll be refreshing so-called journalist Twitter account to find out what's going on there. But well done to David Ornstein with a huge scoop. And well done to this man in the comments. I see you. Morning Hamed says, hand of Arsenal. It's a good day. Sensational signing. Big up the comment section and big up you for your work, because it doesn't go unnoticed, my friend. There it is. Arsenal set to finalise a move for Bruno Guimaraes today. Well-placed sources say a total package reaches 80 million. The Brazilian is expected to fly today to complete medical and formalities tomorrow. Have we made contact yet? Who knows? And I think Sammy Mockbell was there too. Arsenal to complete protracted transfer of Newcastle captain Bruno Guimaraes in the next 48 hours, with preparations for his medical now underway. I have to say, I do think there's still... I still think this is at 99%, not 100%, but listen, this is good enough for me. It's good enough for me to go live. And I've really held out. I've really held out on doing the done deal talk because things can always change. And I think I've come to you with the three best. Fabrizio Romano, obviously, because of what he does in the transfer space, is up there. But the three best have all tweeted in the last hour. Good enough for me.
So, like, when you look at that from that point of view, their best players have left, and the players that are back up to them have come in, and they're starting. It's a massive step down to what they're used to. And that's what I'm talking about. That midfield three that was there last season and for the last few seasons, well, one of the best three, 12. So exactly. And that's with them players there, right? So when you look at that, the only player that wasn't there was Isak, obviously, because he left the season before. But when you look at those players there that were there and they still finished 12th, now they've gone, what happens then? And that's the thing. That's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm saying it's going to be a really tough season. And then you've got a manager.
They were in Europe last year.
And you've got a manager as well that doesn't know the Premier League. That's going to come in there. He's going to obviously change the style slightly because Newcastle are used to playing 4-3-3. With him, when you look at his, average team selection in formation, it's 4-2-3-1. Who's going to play as a number 10? Voltemada. Because that's what he was doing last season. I'm sorry, Voltemada is not a number 10. I don't care on what planet he is. He's 6'7". He's not a number 10. He's not. He's just not. That's why he don't play there for his other clubs. He plays maybe in a 4-4-2 where he can drop into them deep positions, but he's certainly not a number 10 to begin with. And then you've lost Isak that gets you like 20 goals a season or whatever it may be. Then you've got Osula. He done actually really well when he came in towards the end of the season, but Vissa had a terrible season.
But we know
I know he was injured, don't get me wrong, I know he was injured, but even when he come back, he was a shadow of himself at Brentford. So I look at that, Harvey Barnes, he was a bit part player, whether you like it or not. He was competing with Anthony Gordon. He's a bit part player. He's second choice all the time under Eddie Howe. You're going to look at his appearances. OK, tell me his minutes. Don't tell me his appearances, because when you come on the pitch...
You're not giving me a chance to find that, are you?
Because I'm ahead of you. When you're going to talk about how much he's played, talk about minutes, not appearances. I can come on the pitch for a second in its appearance. I remember that because I got my appearance money.
All in all, last season for Newcastle, he's played 58 games.
OK, how many minutes?
Harvey Barnes.
How many minutes?
All right, it doesn't matter if he's played 58 games.
Okay, look at
anyway,
Anthony Gordon's minutes, look at Harvey Barnes' minutes.
Here I am, by the way, a Sunderland fan, trying to cheer
Murphy.
I'm trying to cheer Newcastle fans up.
Yeah, you're trying to cheer them up. I'm trying to be real. That's the difference. I'm just being real. When you look at Harvey Barnes, even Jacob Murphy was playing regular on the right-hand side. Elanga's there. He was back up to Jacob Murphy. He was meant to be the guy. Was it 50, 60 million they paid for him? Didn't have a good season. That's not to say he won't, because we've seen what he can do at Forest. On the left-hand side, it was Anthony Gordon.